Hello, I'm Dow Bartling, and welcome to another Dow's Weekly Digest. You know, I've always found it interesting how life has a way of teaching us lessons, usually when we're too tired to argue with them. Years ago, way back in 1994, I was in Philmont, New Mexico, with this old backpack. It's got the rainfly on it, and on the back, then it's got all the harnesses and things. And those harnesses are very important. They become very personalized in making sure that you're carrying the weight on your hips and not on your back. 10 days in the mountains of Philmont, New Mexico. 10 teenage boys, and I'm one of 3 fathers. And more elevation than common sense. We topped out at 11,711 feet. I was on top of Mount Phillips, seeing the sunset. Beautiful. I was there with my son Justin and a group of young men. Now, those young men, they were certain of 2 things. They were invincible and new hiking boots. They didn't need to be broken in. Well, about the 4th day, one young man, Eric, found out that both assumptions were wrong. Brand new boots, sprained ankle. Out in the middle of nowhere. And back then, no cell phone. Not enough stations, and the cell phone was probably this big. And weight meant everything. Now here's where life steps in quietly, kind of taps you on the shoulder. Eric couldn't carry his pack. So I did. I strapped his backpack on my chest and kept my own backpack on my back. 2 knapsacks, one in the front and one in behind. Now, we did lighten the weight of Eric's backpack, but still, one in the front and one in the back. 2 knapsacks. And let me tell you, walking that trail up in thin air, you don't forget what you're carrying. That night, sitting around the campfire, where we told stories, sometimes we do a never-ending story, meaning I would maybe start it, it would go around a circle, and we just keep adding into it what our imaginations would. But we told stories. One of those stories reminded me of something I read years earlier. The story was entitled The 2 Knapsacks. The idea is simple. All of us go through life carrying 2 knapsacks, 2 bags. The first one is right in front of us. That's where most people put the faults of other people. Easy to see, hard to ignore. The second one, on our back, that's where we put our own faults, out of sight and out of mind, unless we take the effort to turn things around. Now, walking that mountain trail, I couldn't see Eric's mistakes anymore. They were heavy, but they weren't mine to judge. What I could feel, what I couldn't escape, was the responsibility of helping Eric finish the journey. And that brings me to today's lesson. You can have everything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. I've learned that life goes better when we carry less criticism and more responsibility. Here's the truth. you don't hike very far through life pointing out everyone else's wrongs. But you get a lot further when you ask yourself the question, what can I carry today that helps someone else move forward? Eric didn't need a lecture. He needed a shoulder. Those boys didn't need advice. They needed an example. And I didn't need to win an argument. I needed to finish the trail. So here's a question I leave with you. If you stopped right now and looked at what you're carrying, which knapsack is in the front of you? Is it filled with everybody else's mistake? Or is it filled with responsibility, grace, and maybe a little compassion earned by experience? Because the funny thing is about life is this. The moment you switch those sacks around, the trail doesn't get any shorter, but it sure gets lighter. And that, my friends, is how you end up enjoying the hike and being thankful you took it. And please, put this in your knapsack. Blessed are they who ease the pain of misfortune, for they shall be called insurance agents. You take care. And as Roy Rogers used to say, happy trails to you.